What's up guys, Sal here. So Google's entry into hardware was the biggest story a few years ago, but the Pixel smartphones, despite the game-changing camera tech and better software experience, just couldn't manage to make an impact in the Android space, let alone the overall smartphone segment. The Pixel phones haven't moved many people out of Apple's ecosystem, nor it competed with Samsung's Galaxy Super phones, from Galaxy Note to Galaxy S, that offer all sorts of hardware tricks and different cameras. But 2020 marks the year that Google is making a subtle but significant shift. They are moving out of the premium flagship market. As you already know, the Pixel 5 will have a Snapdragon 765G processor instead of the flagship Snapdragon 865. By going with a cheaper chip, Google is expected to considerably lower its Pixel 5 price down. According to new rumors, the Pixel 5 could cost the same as the first-gen Pixel smartphone, and that is $649. It's rumored to cost €629 in Europe, Germany to be specific, and $649 in the United States. It's coming from this person who accurately leaked the prices of some Samsung products in the past. If Google actually ends up pricing the Pixel 5 at $649, it would be going up against companies like OnePlus instead of competing for attention against Samsung's latest Galaxy flagships. The premium phone market is notorious for being tough to compete in unless your brand name is Samsung or Apple. But that upper mid-tier area where phones are premium in nature but not quite hitting the every bell and whistles imaginable, no piece left behind the top shelf positioning, is somewhere a company like Google could conceivably have a decent shot at finding its footings. I know what some of you are thinking, that Snapdragon 765G processor though. But with the right kind of software optimizations and attention to experience, you're absolutely not gonna notice or in any way be aware of the differences between a Snapdragon 865 processor and the 765G. Even in games, this chipset is perfectly fine, unless you really crank the user customizable setting in a title like Fortnite, in which case things can stutter. Just don't expect to pull a smooth 90 FPS in demanding titles and you probably won't be disappointed. And if you don't play a lot of games, you've got even less to worry about. In a new world where the money is tight, people are wearing masks, and flagship phones are starting to cost over $1,300, a $650 price tag for Google's flagship this year could make a world of difference to the end user in how well the phone is perceived and ultimately, if Google plays its cards right, in how well it sells. Here's something cool. iCineverse shared this video saying that a certain mobile company is developing a phone with a back that automatically changes the color. The back panel of the smartphone can be discolored and users can adjust the speed of this process. The camera module is hidden, so not sure which phone is this, but the tech it uses is electrochromic glass. If you remember, OnePlus used it to hide the phone's rear camera. This is certainly not the necessary technology on a phone in my opinion, but it sure looks really cool. Anyway, for all the latest updates on smartphone tech, please be sure to subscribe. And as always, I'll see you tomorrow. Peace out.